Stezo Radio is for adults only.
The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. The Stezo Radio Show. Well, it's that radio show where we go toe to toe. Hot topic, dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view. So tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spitting and sipping. The Stezo Radio Show. 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 The Stezo Radio Show.
Young and Kirk, that nigga, Nola Fox, Flint the Pimp, Ricky Bobby, Shorty got him, Ancient Kirk, and Remy. All right, y'all, welcome back to another special edition of Stezo Radio. We are doing what we do best, and that's the interviews. Today we have the pleasure of having a songstress, the first songstress on the show. She's a little different, because I say different because she has a sound that you don't hear on radio right now. And I mean soulful songstress, real baritone, but it's very unique. And her name is Miss Brittany Marlette. How you doing, Brittany?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm okay. You sound nervous over there. You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I just had a very, very long day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, sound like you need a drink.
I've been moving around consistently. Can't stop moving. That's my problem.
Okay, now you heard me describe your voice as very unique and, I guess different now, but it's not different to me because I'm not young, so I've, heard a lot of music. But, okay, now, when I was saying that your voice is, new and unique, it's not new and unique for those who know music. But in today's genre, it will be considered that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you match your voice up with, in your own opinion? Not just with the new crowd, but just period.
That's actually a good question. Usually when I'm singing, I get compared to Jasmine Sullivan. I have a little Anita Baker going on there. A few more other artists I can't name off top, but those two are definitely the ones who I get compared to the most because their voices are very deep. Toni Braxton, you have to also include her in there as well.
Oh, I didn't think about her. Yeah. I didn't think about Toni Braxton. I haven't heard her sing anything in so long.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about her. And if they do know about her, then this generation, they probably know more about her, Tamar. But
right.
I definitely know Toni.
Okay. Now, what got you started singing? Let's start with the basic questions so we can get to the fun questions. When did you...
I remember being with my brother. He was actually the star. Brandon, he was the star growing up. He would do all the singing, and when the family comes over, he'll be the one to actually sing. And when my mom would leave for work, we would have like a competition thing of who can sing better. And I don't really know where it came from. I wasn't always a singer, though. That's the crazy part. He was a star.
Oh, yeah.
Once we got a little older, I think once I got in high school, I tried out for a choir, and my choir director, Miss Cunningham, I remember her, she was saying, "Man, Brittany, you're good." Then she started giving me like little solos, and then I started feeling myself where I was kind of like, okay, I can do this, and that's pretty much where the love started in high school, really.
So you don't have the whole cliche of I started in church like you hear all the time?
No,
okay.
That's not my story. No,
okay.
That's not my story.
I thought, you always hear that, I started in church, or a stripper say they only doing this for college. Everybody go to that cliche story. I like that one a little better because it seemed like it was a friendly childhood rivalry between you and your brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I was always jealous of my brother when it came to singing because all the family, hey, Brandon, sing. And I would be standing over there. I was always the cute cute little girl. I didn't have no talent then. I was just cute. I didn't like that.
Now, what part does your brother play in your career now?
Every show that I've ever done, I make sure to include my brother in it. Even when I performed at the House of Blues, I always take him with me because he knows my voice inside out. He knows things that I can do with my voice that even I don't even know that I can do with my voice. And he's always supportive. He's kind of doing his own thing, but he always supports me on every show that I have. He's always been a background singer, and I'll always give him a lead because he's that good. And he's basically where I got it from.
Okay. Now, I guess my first serious Stezo Petty question is, I see the picture of you on stage and you had your shoes off.
Yes.
Now, is that something you always do? And are you not afraid you're going to step on something and cut your foot?
That is definitely not an act. That's nothing. I remember the first show that I ever done, me taking my shoes off. You know, it's always been stereotyped that a woman has to, you know, in order to be sexy, she has to wear heels and things like that. So when I'm on stage, I come on stage with heels. In that first performance, I literally told the crowd, like, look, if I'm going to be up here performing for y'all, then I got to be comfortable, and these shoes ain't going to make it. I like gym shoes. I like, you know, jeans and a hoodie. That's who I am, and I didn't want to put on a facade with no shoes. Fucking heels hurt my feet. I'm sorry. They really do. I'm not that kind of girl.
Oh, okay. Now, little Birdie told me you got a show coming up.
I do.
I'm trying to get all the information I can about this show.
Absolutely. So, The Wire is actually in Berwyn. It's an amazing venue. They've given me a chance to actually host my own showcase, and that's basically, you know, getting talent from all over. Those who I feel like, you know, need a little push. I'm booking them like, hey, let's do this, and it basically triggers R&B, neo soul, jazz, blues, and I named it back to music because I don't think we're at a stage right now where there is music. So I'm trying to get back to that stage where you can turn on your radio and leave it on and not have to flip the station because what the DJ is playing is something, you know, is playing songs nonstop that are just amazing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of feel that I want to bring. I want to bring that back to music stage when your grandparents were in the living room dancing and stuff like that. Everything is done by me. I mean, I'm going to be hosting it. I'm going to be putting all my hard work. I've been losing so much sleep trying to make sure that this show is a success. I mean, literally driving to people, dropping off tickets. It takes a lot of hard work, but I'm hoping that everything works out well for this show.
Yeah, I hope so too. And you brought up a point that I was just talking about. What do you think happened that, you know, the grandmas and grandpas stopped dancing and, you know, you stopped having these Sunday mornings? Because I was just telling my friends, I remember every Sunday morning my mother having the radio going, you know, with her Dusties. What do you think happened?
I think somewhere down the line we got distracted. We got distracted from the things that actually matter. And I can take this a million different ways. Everything was taken from us at one point, you know, and so it's a very including our music. Even the men are not men anymore. The women are not women anymore, and so therefore, because these things are happening, they're going to display who they are at the moment, you know, and music just changed for that instance. Like, times have changed and nobody cares anymore. Everybody's distracted by something else.
Okay, so why are you so passionate about music?
I really don't have a choice. When I eat, sleep, and shit music, I really do. I tried to shy away from music at one point because I just had a lot of stuff going on, and I said, you know, forget that whole music thing. You got bills to pay. But no matter whatever I was doing, when I was working at a car dealership, I was singing to customers coming in there. I remember singing to a few of my coworkers, and they was like, "Man, you don't need to work here." You know what I'm saying? So everywhere I go, music follows me. When I'm listening to a song on the radio, I'm not just listening to that song to dance to it. I'm literally listening to the beat behind the song. I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to whether that note should have been high or low. I mean, it follows me everywhere I go. I teach my daughter. She's 4 years old. I have a son and a daughter. My daughter, the only way it's easy for her to learn is through music. And what a coincidence that I'm able to share that. When we do our ABCs, I sing it to her, and she gets it. You know what I'm saying? When we're learning our numbers, I sing it to her, and she gets it. When we talk about our presidents, I sing it to her, and she gets it. But when I'm just saying it to her, she's like, okay. But, when I give her that music, you're going to remember this music, and she gets it. So music follows me everywhere I go, everywhere.
So what you're saying is the next time I'm trying to go out with the guys on a weekend trip, I just got to sing it to my girl. And,
I don't know. If you sing it to her, you might not have to wait that 90 days. That's for sure. Like Steve Harvey say, she might just go ahead and do the damn thing.
All right. You sound very passionate about music. Is it hard for you, to work these jobs, knowing? I mean, when a coworker tells you you shouldn't be here because you're so talented, does that ever make you feel like you're wasting your time with this job, or do the bills just come first regardless?
It makes me sad. It makes me sad because I wish that the breakthrough would come fast enough. Uh-huh. However, I do know that it's a process. So I immediately snap out of it and say, it will come. If it's meant for me, it will come. And everybody will be singing my tunes. Everyone will be dancing and getting back to music when the time is right. So I really do believe that it's a process. So if I have to continue to work a 9 to 5, then that's what I have to do. But I'm using some of that money that I'm working for, and I'm putting it towards my dream.
Well, I'm not going to lie. When I was first introduced to you, we got a mutual friend in King Music. Shout out, King. And
what's up, King?
Yeah, and he sent me I don't know if he sent me your SoundCloud first or your Facebook. Whatever one it worked out, I found that song on SoundCloud, that All of You. Mm-hmm. And I remember, Young and Kurt 25. So I told him, check it out. And I played it and just had it on repeat for about 8-9 straight times. I was like, damn. But when he hit me up like, yo, Stezo, this fucking song, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, so it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? He was stuck on it. How do you handle that response to that song?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Out of majority of all the songs that I wrote, that one is that back to music song. That's the one that I was talking about. That's gonna bring everybody back in tune with each other. It's a feel good. I think that song truly it shows who I am and how I'm really laid back and I am in love with the thought of love, and that song depicts all of that. All of You is definitely one of those songs for me.
Yeah, it really is. Now, when you brought up Jasmine Sullivan, I didn't even look at that comparison because I haven't heard you hit those not so much notes, but those emotions. Because when it comes to Jasmine Sullivan, all I think of is busting windows out the car. You know what I'm saying? So do you try to put a lot of your real life pain in your music, or do you try to hold off?
No, I actually have a song, and it'll be coming out. I'm gonna actually let the world hear it. It's called No Call, No Show.
Okay.
And that song, I put a lot of soul and feel to it. It is about a breakup, and it was true. There's a verse in the song that said, I changed the locks on my door, and your clothes are outside. Like, that shit really happened. Like, I changed the locks on my door to make sure a motherfucker don't don't come in and you know, because he don't want to return the key and shit. So yeah, let me just go ahead and change these locks. Your clothes are nicely folded outside. You can have that. And that song kind of depicts that. I'm not a confrontational person, so if I tell you what it is and you don't agree to it, then fuck it. And I wrote a song about it, and I think a lot of women, once you hear that song, they will understand where I'm coming from. And you feel that emotion in that song. You feel the hurt, the pain. And I was crying when I was writing that song. So I felt it, every moment of it.
Do you ever worry about I'm sure you heard this before, Mary J. Blige's song, CDs are always good when she's going through a breakup. But when she's happy, it's kind of okay. I mean, you know, we joke like that. Do you ever worry? Do you worry about that?
I was actually told that. I have an auntie who, once she hears this, she's gonna be upset. But I do have an auntie who, I let her hear a few of my songs, and she said, "You always talking about love and this and that, and you don't want to become that kind of artist and you know this and that." You know, maybe I will switch it up right now. But I am in love with the thought of love, so I will switch it up. I will switch it up.
Yeah, 'cause you know that's like I don't know how long the joke is. You know, Mary J. going through a breakup. That next CD gonna be hot.
Yeah. You know, she gonna kill him with that one.
Yeah. Now you spoke about your kids. Do you? I'm not gonna say push your kids into singing, but do you include them when you go, you know, to studios, when you go do shows, or is that right now mommy's time?
That's more so mommy time. I kind of separate my personal life from my business life. I consider music business to a certain extent. When I'm doing music, I want to give my undivided attention, and when I'm being a mom at home, that's their undivided attention. Mm-hmm. So I kind of differentiate, kind of divide the two.
Okay, I just always wondered because I met one young lady who raps, and you know we came up together, and it was just weird when she found out her mother had a CD, you know, because she always saw her as mommy. You know? And we sitting around joking like, no, your mama had a CD, and we showing her the pictures.
Wow.
And this amazement on her face. I mean, her mother never let her in on it at all, and she stayed in music for a long time. Yeah,
my mom actually said something to my son that, like, they know that I sing. You know, they know that I sing. They know that I record music and I play my music in the car and stuff like. So they hear that. But you know, during the process, I don't include them into that. But my mom had made a comment actually recently to my son, saying, "Hey, Brenton, did you know your mom was famous?" And he came up to me later. It's like, "Ma, are you famous?" I was like, "No. Don't let your grandma tell you that." You know, but I wanted to keep it like that. I don't want them to think that. You know, I just want to keep it mommy.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Then when you do become famous and you can't hide it no more, that'll be a real nice surprise for the kid.
Yeah.
You know, I would love for my mother to be famous for singing.
You would.
Yes. I get to talk so much shit. All right, now the show coming up. Is this your first time having total control of a show?
This is my first time having total control over the show, and it's a lot that I'm learning. It is a lot that I'm learning during the process, how important it is to promote yourself. It's very important for that. It's very important to have a loyal team. That's very important. I'm learning these things, you know. I went in the process thinking like, hey, everybody loves Brittany, so there's no way that no one is going to show up and everybody's going to help me out. But I really am learning that people's words are not what they say. And to find loyal people in this process is very, very hard.
Oh man, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. We deal with that over here, and we not even putting on a whole stage performance show. So if it's hard for us to get people to come just to come talk, I can imagine how hard it is for you to get people to support and then come out and sing.
Yeah, a lot. You have to like almost grab them by their leg and let them know, like, hey, I'm serious about this. I'm serious. And it is very, very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. I've booked a few artists who gave me their word and kind of told me, like, hey, I know the show isn't until April 12th, but I'm more of an organized person, so I like to have everything in concrete right then and there. And then just basically told me, hey, I'm not going to be able to do the show. And there was, like, no explanation, no nothing. It was just flat like that, and that's the crazy part. So it is very, very hard.
So right now, take me through a regular day for Brittany.
Well, I am a single mother, so I'm raising 2 children on my own. And a regular day, Monday through Friday, it's get up in the morning around 6 something in the morning, get the kids dressed for school, make them breakfast, take them to school, take my son to school, then drop my daughter off at daycare. After that, I get a few more hours, like me time, so I get to write a little bit. That's when I put my headphones in my ear and I write a little bit, or I'm really big into reading, so I might pick up a book and read. I might take a little nap, or that's my little time to do a little running around. After I pick my kids up from school, then I have to go work my 9 to 5. That's Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays are usually the days where I get to kind of focus on music and do what it is that I need music.
Do you find it harder now with this upcoming show?
It is very hard. It is.
I just wanted your fans to get an idea, just a little glimpse of your life. So when they see you on that stage kicking them shoes off, trying to get comfortable, it's a reason.
But
for
I
the
want
comfort.
everybody to know, like, when I walk in the room, and I'm not just saying this to be boastful, but I am so full of life. I'm the person who's coming in the room telling fucking jokes, whether they be good or not. I'm that person who will just bust out and start dancing in the middle of nowhere. I'm just so full of life and so full of love and so full of music. And I'm very down to earth. I don't want to. It's a song out, something about bougie. Like, I'm not that kind of woman. I'm very, very down to earth. That's one thing I got to give myself.
Okay. Now, before I let you go, I want you to let the people know again about this show, the location, address, everything.
All right. So, again, the show is April 12th. It's called Back to Music. It's at the location at The Wire. It's actually in Berwyn, 6815 West Roosevelt Road in Berwyn. Again, that's Wire, 6815 West Roosevelt Road in Berwyn. Like I say, it's Back to Music. It's going to trigger neo soul, R&B, jazz, rhythm and blues. I want everybody to come out there and support. It's $10 admission. I'm so passionate about this show, I'll even come and bring you the ticket. Tickets are available online at Ticketmaster.com, also Ticketweb.com. I'm also on Facebook, Brittany Marlette, Brittany Marlette Holmes, SoundCloud, Brittany Marlette. I'm all over the place. I just want everybody to get in tune and then come out and enjoy yourself. We're going to have a good time.
All right, well, there y'all go. Anything you want to say to the fans before we close it out?
I love y'all, and thank y'all for supporting me on everything that I do, and I promise I definitely will not, I won't give you guys a chance to regret your decision on supporting Brittany Marlette.
All right, there y'all have it. And once again, Brittany, thank you for allowing us to use your music on our podcast. I mean, I told you before, but again, it really means a lot to me and all of you who let me use your music.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All
right, y'all, and we out. This interview was brought to you by Stezo Radio Podcast. You can check out the podcast by subscribing to Stezo Radio on iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Google Play. Also, follow us on all social media sites like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. And please remember,
Stezo Radio is for adults only.